Good morning, my dear student. Today I will discuss the new lesson 10, vectors. Yes, my students, in this lesson we will discuss what is the vector and what is the scalar quantity and what is the vector quantity and different kind of the vectors. Okay, my students. Look, the lesson is 10. Lesson is vectors. Lesson is vector. This vector lesson is divided into two parts. Number one, scalar. Number second, vectors. So my student, scalar quantity, it is called the quantity, and vector quantity. So at first you have to know what is the scalar quantity and what is the vector quantity. Look at it, students. Scalar quantity means it has magnitude only just numerical value, but in these cases it has magnitude plus direction. So my students, in case of the scalar quantity, just it is the magnitude, that means it is the numerical value. But in case of the vector quantity, it is the magnitude plus directions, both you have. That means it is the magnitude, इसका numerical value है, साथ में इसका direction है. So it is the vector quantity. But in these cases, it is only just magnitude, no direction. For example, time, temperature, speed, next work, all these has only magnitude, no direction. That is why these are scalar quantity. But in these cases, it is the magnitude and direction. Suppose the velocity, next force, next acceleration, all these are vector quantity. So my students, in these cases it is the time, temperature, speed, work. Time, suppose 7:30, 8:30, but there is no need for direction, only just it has magnitude. That is why it is a scalar quantity. Temperature 40 degrees centigrade, 30 degrees centigrade, there is no any direction. That is why it is scalar quantity. Speed, only magnitude, no directions. But here velocity, it is the directions and magnitude. That is why it is a vector quantity. Work is denoted by W equal to F into S, you know. W equal to F into S. That means force into displacement. Force is what? Vector quantity. Displacement also vector quantity. So vector into vector, it becomes the scalar quantity. That is why work is scalar quantity. Suppose many times you have so many problems in these vectors, you confuse, because actually when you feel that it is a vector quantity, but it is a vector, that is why vector into vector is scalar quantity. That is why it is a scalar quantity, my dear students. So I think you understand. But in these cases, force, it is a vector quantity because it is the directions and magnitude. Accelerations also, because the rate of change of velocity is accelerations. So rate of change of velocity was vector. So change of velocity also vector quantity. So my students, these are the scalar and these are the vector quantity. So I think you understand what I am going to discuss in these lessons. Next, my students, suppose some point. So I think you understand. Next, some point. These points are very important for you. Next, any point when you represent in 3D figures, that's called the representations of point. Suppose this direction is denoted by, this is the x-axis, it is y, it is z-axis, it is the origin. Okay, my students. So, if any point when represent any three-dimensional figure, that figure whose has the length, breadth, and height, that is called the three-dimensional figure. In these cases, my dear students, all the point you have to represent along the x, y, z. Suppose any point is P, it is A, B, C, or x. Coordinate of this point is x, y, z. Then, if position vector, that means इसका position कहाँ है? If unit vector along the x-axis is I, it is the unit vectors. Unit vector or that vector whose magnitude is 1, numerical value कितना है? 1 है. And along the OX direction I, represented by I, along the OY direction is denoted by J, and Z direction is denoted by K. And these are the unit vector along the corresponding axis. Then this point is denoted by position vector of P is OP vector equal to, it is represented by this line. It is called the vector because it denoted the direction. So my students, in these cases you get what? X I vector, Y J vector, and Z K vector. Okay, and that is the representations of the vector, and it is called the position vector of the point this. Always you have to write like this: x I, y j, z k. Along the x-axis I cap, along the y-axis j cap, and along the z-axis k cap. And you can represent like this, and it is the position vector of the point P. So my students, I think you understand. Next, suppose you have 2 points A, x1, y1. Point is A point is x1, y1, z1. B point is x2, y2, and z2. A point is this and B point. There are 2 points. Then in these cases, the position vector is denoted by AB. Okay? AB means position vector of B minus position vector of A. In these cases, this minus this you have to do second minus first. That means x2 minus x1 I plus y2 minus y1 j and z2 minus z1 k. So my students, this represent, it is the position vector of the 2 points. Okay, it is called the position vectors. So in these cases, my dear students, I think you understand. If the 2 points are given, then you have to represent by this, and this is called the position vector joining the 2 point A and B. So my students, so I think you understand how can you represent or position vector joining the 2 points. I think you understand. Look, my dear students, and this coefficient x, y, z, or this are the direction ratio. It is called the direction ratio. So my students, direction ratio is denoted by Suppose this point coefficient of x, I, j, k are called the direction ratio. So my students, it is the direction ratio x comma y comma z, or this ika coefficient of j, coefficient of k are called the direction ratio. So direction ratio is x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, and z2 minus z1. These are called the direction ratio. So my students, if you have any point, then how can you find the direction ratio? Just position vector, you have to find the position vector, and coefficient of I, j, k are called the direction ratio. Okay my students. Next, the next my students, vector are represented like this. Vector is represented by a vector like this. It is the vector sign. Okay. Next point is equal vector. Equal vector. Two vectors are said to be equal if their corresponding coefficient are equal and their directions are also equal, magnitude are also equal. Equal vector means direction plus magnitude are equal, then it is called the equal vector. Two vectors are said to be the equal, their direction and magnitude should be equal, otherwise no. So direction how can you show? Suppose a vector is I, 2j and 3k. Second vector is suppose 2i and j plus 3k. So these two vectors are equal. Because it is the plus sign, it is also plus, it is plus, it is plus. Suppose it is the minus, then it should be also minus. Then, so my students, these two vectors are equal because it is the plus sign, it is also plus, it is minus, it is also minus. That means their sign should be equal, and their magnitude. Suppose the vector, their magnitude are also equal. Suppose a vector is given by xi, yj and zk, it is the vector. Then magnitude is denoted by this line. It is the vector. It is called the magnitude. It is the under root of x square, y square and z square. Okay, my students, and this is called the magnitude. If you want to find the magnitude, then the square root of the coefficient of I, j, k, and magnitude is always positive, and it is called the magnitude. If you want to find the if direction are also same and the magnitude are same or not, you have to find the magnitude. Suppose if you want to find the magnitude of A, then you have to do like this. This coefficient is 1, its coefficient is 2, its coefficient is minus 3. You have to write the minus 3 inside the bracket. 1 plus 4 plus 9, then you get how much? 14. It also vector B, it magnitude also 2 square plus 1 square minus 3 square, it is also 14. So their magnitude are also same and their direction are also same, so it is called the equal vector. Suppose it is square, then vector A and vector B are equal because their length of square are also equal and their direction are also same. That is why it is a square, it is a equal vector. A and B are equal. Okay, my students. So I think you understand equal vector. In case of the equal vector, their directions and magnitude both should be equal. That is, their direction and magnitude both are equal, then it is called the equal vector. So my students, I think you understand. Next, collinear vector. Next point is collinear vector. Collinear vector. Two vectors are said to be the collinear. Collinear means one vector lie on the same. Then they should be the parallel. They should be the parallel. Their directions. It is not importance, but they should what parallel. Suppose if vector this and vector this are collinear because they are parallel. So they are collinear vectors. Okay, students. That means they should be the parallel. Direction is not important here. They should be what parallel. Then it is called the collinear. Two vectors are said to be the collinear. A equal to lambda b in this form. Then it is called the collinear vectors. Okay, students. Then if the two vectors are collinear, then they should be in the form of A equal to lambda b, and it is called the collinear vector. Next one, students. So I have already discussed the collinear vector. Next, representations of vectors. Representation of vector. How can you represent? Suppose question is given that 40 kilometer north of east at 35 degree. Suppose you have to represent the positions of any point whose is 40 kilometer north of east at 35 degree. You have to represent north of east. It is very important. Of east. East का north direction में 40 degree kilometer cover किया and 30 degree angle. Its inclination angle is 30 degree. So my students, in this cases, you have to represent like this. It is the north, south, east, west. Any point when you represent like this, north, south, east, west. So according to the questions, it is at first into direction like this. All the questions you have to represent like this. Next, 40 kilometer north of east. North of east means east का north direction. North of east, east का north direction. That is the east. East का north direction. This is. So you have to represent like this, and this angle is 35 degree, and this point distance is 40 kilometer. So my students, it is the very important and interesting point is that north of east. Since it is given north of east, that is east का north direction. That is why you have to write like this. If the questions get south of east, then it is the east, it is the south, then it should be the this direction. Each direction like this. So according to the questions, you have to arrange. Suppose if the questions given west or south, west or south, if the question is given west or south, since it is given west or south, so west or south, south का ये south है, इसका west direction, that is the west direction. South of east, then this direction. Of important point is that it is the of किसका है? वो सबसे important the east. ये है south. किसका south? कौन सा direction? West direction. That means you have to represent west of south. South का west direction, this direction. If the angle is 35, it will have 35, and the suppose they are 40 degree. 40 kilometers, you have to write like this. So my students, of east, of south, of north, जो भी है उसी का कौन सा डायरेक्शन इसके ऊपर डिपेंड करेगा डायरेक्शन. The direction north, west जो भी है. If it is the west, then this west direction. South का west direction ये है. और south का east direction this is this side. And like this you have to represent, my dear students. So I think you understand what I need to discuss. Next point is direction ratio. Direction ratio means any vector if I represent like this xi plus yj plus zk, where ijk are the unit vector if magnitude is 1, unit vector along the x-axis, y-axis and z-axis, and this coefficient is called x, y, z are direction ratio. Okay, students. So direction ratio is coefficient of I, J, K is called the direction ratio. The next point is direction cosine. Direction cosine means cos angle of direction along the x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. If you want to find the direction cosine, then at first you have to find the magnitude. It is called the magnitude. Magnitude is x square, y square and z square. It is the magnitude and it is x square, y square and z square. Okay, students, it is the magnitude, and magnitude is defined under root of x square, y square and z square. Now, direction cosine, if you want to find the unit vector, suppose next unit vector is given by a cap, it is called the unit vector, then vector upon magnitude give the unit vector. Then ये जो वेक्टर है xi plus yj plus zk, this vector is divided by magnitude x square plus y square plus z square. So it is called unit. It is called the unit vector. Unit vector means this vector numerical value is 1. That is why it is called the unit vector. If you want to find the unit vector, then magnitude is to divide. You have to divide the vector by magnitude. So it is called the unit vector. So my students, if you want to find the unit vector, then you have to find the you have to divide this by magnitude, and x upon magnitude x square, y square and z square, I next y upon magnitude x square, y square, z square, j and z upon magnitude x square, y square, z square into k vectors. And this ratio, and this ratio is called the direction cosine. This ratio is called what? Direction cosine. That means unit vector, at first you have to find the unit vector. This unit vector, coefficient of unit vector is called the direction cosine. So my students, and this direction cosine is denoted by L equal to x upon under root of x square, y square and z square. Next M is y upon under root of x square, y square and z square. Next N, z upon under root of x square, y square and z square. So my students, L and N, these points are called the direction cosine. So if you want to find the direction cosine, my dear students, then At first you have to find the unit vectors. After that, this unit vector means magnitude. You have to divide the vector by magnitude, you get the unit vector, and this is called the direction cosine. Next, my dear students, if alpha be the angle along the x-axis, beta be the angle along the y-axis, and gamma be the angle along the z-axis, then this is also denoted by cos alpha, and it is also cos beta, it is also cos gamma. That means you get cos square alpha if I square the right side, cos square beta, and cos square gamma. Alpha, beta, gamma are the angle along the OX, OY, OZ axis. It is the angle, inclination angle along the x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. Then it is also denoted by L square, M square, N square. Now right side is x upon magnitude of x square, y square, and z square. Square plus next point is y upon magnitude x square plus y square plus z square, again square, plus z upon magnitude x square plus y square plus z square whole square. So my students, I get identity, I get x square upon square cancel, x square y square z square in the first term. Second term, y square upon x square y square z square. Next, z square upon x square y square and z square. If I take the LCM of these three numbers, then I get x square, y square, and z square, and upward is x square plus y square plus z square. So this term and this term cancel, you get how much? 1. So my students, I get one identity, J cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma equal to how much? 1. Or you can write like this, L square plus M square plus N square equal to 1. So it is one another identity. That means sum of square of the direction cosine equal to how much? 1. So using this property, you get so many questions, and you get so many questions. That means if any questions, if you want to find the angle along the x-axis, y-axis, z-axis, then you use this, and you can find so many questions. So my students, so I think you will understand what I am going to discuss in these questions. Next topic is section formula. So using this, I can find so many questions. Next, last topic is section formula. Suppose A point and B point are joined, these 2 points are joined, and I get the vectors. This point is A and this point position vector is B. If any line who start at the point P and ratio n, then position vector of P is denoted by OP. Okay, and this is why by cross multiplication, this number, it is the ratio n. This number multiplied by this position vector n plus this number multiplied by this into P upon n plus n. It is called the section formula, and this formula you can use if it is the internally sected, internal bisect or internal section formula. That's called the internal section formula. If it is the point, if it is the external, then in this case is instead of plus you have to write here just minus. Okay, my students, instead of plus sign you have to write just minus, and it is called the external section formula. So external section means just instead of plus you have to write here minus. Thank you, my dear students. That means you have completed 2 exercises, 10.1, 10.2.